And for the first time, we have an all-women contingent from the Tri-Services, led by Captain Sandhya of the Military Police. Though they underwent rigorous training and practice in their individual, they have successfully managed to cohesively work together under the leadership of Captain Sandhya to be ready for this parade.
Hello and welcome to The Week. This is Pooja and today we have with us Captain Sandhya. Captain Sandhya, who has made history by being the first Indian woman to lead an all-women tri-services contingent at Kartavya Path this Republic Day. So welcome to The Week, Captain Sandhya. Thank you so much for talking to us. Tell us what was the feeling at that time when you were literally leading the tri-services contingent at Kartavya and you knew that you were making history. So, yeah.
First of all, I feel very fortunate to have been given this opportunity to lead the first ever Women Tri-Services contingent at the Kartavya Path. The feeling, the experience of witnessing women soldiers from all three services coming together and marching as one contingent was exceptional. It was unique. It was a wonderful and unforgettable experience that I had. We came together as three different components, but we trained as one contingent and we marched together as ambassadors of Nari Shakti, and we gave out a very strong message that leadership is not defined by gender. Also, I feel very fortunate to be an inspiration for the young woman who aims to join the forces, and it makes me more responsible to live up to those expectations.
Right. Tell us what really, what went behind this when you were told that you will be the one who would be leading the contingent. How did it really happen? Yeah. So, tell us about the decision that went into it. Yeah.
So the preparation for the Republic Day parade, it is a monumental task. Yes. It requires rigorous training, meticulous planning and coordination. The preparation for Women Tri-Services contingent was no exception. So this started with when we got to know that there will be a Women Tri-Services contingent that will be marching on the Kartavya Path this year. So I volunteered for the same. There were numerous rounds of selections that happened. The very first round happened in the month of August, when women from all arms, they were called for the selection, and fortunately I got selected. Then we were sent back and we were called back again in the month of October, so which gave me some time to prepare. Right. During the second round of selection, I again made a cut. I got selected, and then the rigorous training started. Right. So after 2 months of training in Bangalore, we moved to Delhi. Okay. There again, another round of selection, the final round happened, and where I got selected. The feeling I cannot express in the words. Right. And of course, I got huge responsibility on my shoulders to lead and make the contingent and my nation proud.
Right. So how different is the preparation or the training? How differently did you prepare for this vis-a-vis at other times when you would prepare for the parade? Yeah.
The kind of hard work and the hours of practice that goes in for preparing for the Republic Day parade, that is much more than any other thing. It is a national event, so of course it requires a lot of hard work and dedication. I'll give it to our able drill instructors and superior officers who have been with us throughout the journey, who guided us and kept us motivated and prepared us for the final parade.
Right. And during over these years, how long have you been with the services?
I've completed 2 years of my service.
Right. Captain, tell us, we would all like to know about your journey as an army officer when you first joined in. Tell us how that journey has been like, and how has your growth been like? Yeah.
So before joining the army, I was an ordinary girl with ordinary aspirations. But after joining the army, I joined Officers Training Academy in January 2021. I went through a rigorous training of 11 months. And after getting commissioned, I feel that with the kind of training that I've gone through and the assignments that has come my way so far, I have become more confident and enthusiastic to take any challenge head on.
So I'm sure you must have gone through such rigorous training and such challenging assignments. It'll be great if you could share some anecdotes with us of, of such assignments or such training that you never even imagined would be that challenging. So yeah, tell us.
So I joined the Officers Training Academy in January 2021 after appearing for 11 SSB interviews, and I got recommended 8 times. So
Wow.
getting into the academy was itself a challenging task for me.
Right.
But with time I learned that perseverance is my strong point. And then after joining the training, the training is itself very rigorous and especially more challenging for the OTA cadets, because we have to complete the entire training curriculum in a very short period of 11 months.
Okay, and otherwise how long is it for the others?
For different academies, the training period is different.
Okay.
So for the Officers Training Academy Chennai, it is 11 months. Okay. So after joining in the very first week of training, so women cadets, they generally face many injuries. For example, the pelvic fractures, shin fractures, and knee pain, etc. So when you were in the civil world, so at that time we never imagined that we have to undergo such difficult training. And joining the academy, I just learned one thing. By going through the route marches and 30-kilometer, 40-kilometer route marches, the swimming, the jumps, 10-meter jumps, 5-meter jumps. So from all these, I learned this one thing, that it is all mental. This is what we say in the academy.
It's a mind game.
Yes, there's nothing physical. It is all mental. If you have it in your mind, if you decide, if you have the will that you can do it, you can very well do it. The physical barrier does not exist. It is the mental barrier which you have to overcome.
Right. But out of these, anything you did not know and you had to learn from scratch?
Swimming was one thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did not learn when I was outside.
Okay.
But after joining the academy, I learned swimming. Horse riding was another thing which I never could do outside.
Okay.
And the army gave me the opportunity to learn.
Okay. And now you must be a big, fast swimmer, dynamic one.
I'm an average swimmer, but I'm grateful that I learned.
Right, right. So you told us about perseverance, being the most important characteristic that you carry with you.
Yes.
And tell me, how did your upbringing, really make you that kind of a person who is very determined, who knows exactly what she wants and where she's going? Tell us what really, how were you brought up to, first of all, to choose to be an officer? Yeah, how did that come about?
My father served in the army for 30 years. Wow. My mother is a housewife. So my father used to be posted at different places throughout his tenure, and more often in field. So this gave me an opportunity to be more responsible, take care of my house and help my mother. So all these things has helped me grow, be more responsible. And also my parents, they were very, very supportive of my decision to join the army.
It was your decision?
It was my decision. My parents, he being in army, so he was very supportive, even my mother. Right. So also they helped me throughout, because it took me 3 long years to get into the academy. So all this while my parents, they putting up with me, supporting me, and this made me more determined. And this entire journey, it taught me the value of perseverance.
Right. So 3 long years, meaning 3 attempts. 3 long, and how did you, you were so determined that despite, I mean, if there are 3 attempts, then despite failing each attempt, you were determined that no, I will do it, I'll give it my next shot. Is that like that? Can you tell us about it?
3 years means in 1 year we get 2 chances.
Okay.
To appear for the interview.
Okay.
So I gave a total of 11 interviews. 11 times I appeared for this thing.
Over 3 years?
Over 3 years, 11 times.
Okay.
So I used to clear it again and again, but could not make it to the merit due to certain reasons.
Okay, but the interview, not the written. The written
The
one.
written, first we clear the written, then
Yeah.
only we get the interview.
Okay.
So in the interview also, after clearing the SSB interview, we go through the medicals and then we wait for the final merit list.
Right. So you were not able to clear the interview rounds for some reason.
The interview I used to clear, I
Right.
cleared it 8 times,
Yeah.
but could not make it in the final merit list.
Okay, but you didn't give up.
I did not give up. I knew that this is where I belong.
Right.
I want life in the army, and so here I am living a life less ordinary.
Wow, that's great. Any memorable, particularly memorable highs and lows that you have experienced ever since you have come in? You know, tell us about that.
Undoubtedly, the biggest high for me was leading the first ever women tri-services contingent at the Kartavya Path. The atmosphere was electric, and it was an experience like no other, which will forever be etched in my memory. Also, there were low moments in my life as well. One that I just mentioned, that I appeared for the SSB interview 11 times,
Yeah.
but it took me 3 long years to get
Yeah.
in finally.
Yeah.
So, however, during these lows, I learned the importance of resilience and perseverance.
Right, right. Right. Captain, tell us about your dreams now, going on from here. You've already you achieved the unthinkable. You've created history. Now, what's next on your mind?
So, I've just started with my career in the forces. There's a lot to look up to, and I think I would volunteer for the para probation course. And since now women are getting equal opportunities
Yes.
of commanding,
Yes.
I would definitely like to command my unit one day.
Right. And how about your parents? What is their take on all that you've achieved in such a short span of time, just within 2 years of being an officer? How did they feel when they saw you on TV? Were they there personally?
Yes, they came for the
Yeah,
parade.
yeah. Tell us, what did they say once the parade was over, and then when you went to meet them? I want to really know what was their initial reaction like.
They were, of course, very, very happy to see me marching on the Kartavya Path.
Yeah.
In fact, I could hear their voice shouting out my name when I was marching.
Cheering for you. Yeah.
When I was marching, yes.
Yeah.
So, of course, that gave me the goosebumps and, motivated me more to give my best during the Daine Dekh, the salute that we give to the Supreme Commander.
Right.
So, their feeling was, I cannot express in the words. They were very, very happy, and, parents are always proud of whatever their children do and achieve.
On that note, thank you so much for talking to the Week, Captain. We wish you the very best, and we wish you all the success in the coming years. Thank you for talking to the Week.
Thank you so much.